old, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you Thursday morning, 16th day of February. Currently, we have 41 degrees here in southeast Georgia. Sunny today. High today near 64. Around 64 today. Clear skies tonight. Low tonight at 37. The autumn levels at 9.6 feet and steady. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Republic Services, and by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway. And Bob, we got lots of guests today here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, and let's go and get started with our first one.
Yep, we got Mr. McElwain in to talk about cross country. They got a big fundraiser coming up, so he's the president of the Booster Club. Is that correct?
That is correct, Bob. We've got our 11th annual Yellow Jacket Run coming up February 25th. We use this every year as our main booster our main moneymaker to send our kids to camp at Stone Mountain every summer, and we just wanted to get the word out that we do have that run next weekend. And we've introduced a new part of the race this year. We've done a corporate challenge where the businesses can get people together from their workplace, and we're going to score it like a cross-country race, and the winner's going to win probably the biggest trophy in Wayne County. It's going to be a big gaudy one. Yeah, exactly, where they can display it for a whole year.
And once again, the event is going to be when and where?
It's going to be February 25th at Yellow Jacket Stadium. They'll be at 8:30. There'll be a 1-mile fun run. At 9 a.m. the 5K starts, and we will also have a 12K that'll start at 10 a.m. that morning.
Okay, and it all starts at the stadium?
Right outside the stadium doors, and the registration will be inside the stadium at the home concession stand.
Okay, at the JC Stadium, it'll all begin there. The 1-mile fun run, will that be around the track, or will that be out?
It'll go out and around and come back in and finish around the track.
Okay, and then the 5K will be marked off, and then the 12K will be marked off. And are those sites anywhere for folks to go take a look and see where they would be running?
There are. They're right outside the stadium. When you leave to the right, the race will go, and you can see arrows where Coach Broadhead's put them down in the past. He hasn't. I think they're a little washed out right now, but they can see the run, and it's the same course we've used for the last several years, so it's a pretty familiar course. Everybody runs 5Ks in Jessup.
Okay. Now, how much does it cost, and what do you get?
It is $25 if you pre-register. The corporate challenge is only $20 if you register your runners through your business. You'll get a T-shirt and a nice little goodie bag, and then a chance to compete against other businesses and other runners in Jessup, Georgia.
Okay, now so it's $25 or $20 if it's corporate, $25 for individual. Do you get a T-shirt, anything of that sort?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it all begins at what time? The 25th.
The registration begins 8 a.m. on the 25th, and the first run will start at 8:30 that morning.
Okay, and if people want to know more information about it now in advance, how do they do that?
They can call Kathy Broadhead at 427-4707.
4707.
Or email her at kathybroadhead@bellsouth.net.
Okay.
And we will be going for our 6th region championship this year.
Isn't that something? 5 years in a row that the Coach Broadhead and his staff there have put together winning region teams for the cross-country team.
Right.
And cross-country, of course, is in the fall.
It is.
And but this is a fundraiser here during late winter to raise funds for the camp.
The camp.
And he said that the cross-country runners will be going up to Stone Mountain to be trained this summer. Is this correct?
They do. He starts them out in the right after school with 50 miles a week that they run on their own, and then they go to camp, and he gets them out of the van as soon as they get there and runs them around the mountain, and then runs them up the mountain. So every morning they'll go around it, and every afternoon they'll go up it, and they come back home in pretty good shape.
Well, they should. John McElwain here with us this morning, the president of the Boosters Club for the cross-country team, and he's got a son that'll be a sophomore this year.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
To be on the cross-country team. And we should have several male runners. Female runners, numbers looking pretty decent.
They are. We'll have, we're going in our first year without a true number one. We've had Daniel Broadhead and Bo Brooks and George this year that were true number one runners, but Coach thinks we're going to be pretty good. We've got he said it's going to be a tougher team this year. They're going to be more of a core team than just the individual runner that we're used to.
Okay. And so, folks, join the run coming up on the 25th. help raise funds for the cross-country team, plus have a fun mile run or a 5K run or a 12K run and see how well you do.
And we've also still have opportunities for sponsorship levels from $50 to $500 if anybody's interested in that too. They'll get their name on the back of the T-shirt.
Okay.
As a sponsor for us.
All right. Questions for John this morning, Bob, or anything else that you want to say, John?
No, that's it. Just wanted more people we can get out, the better. We appreciate everybody's help and support so far.
All right. Sounds good. Well, anything we can do for you, just let us know.
You got it.
All right, we got more guests coming up on the world-famous Butch and Bob show. And speaking of high school, we're just talking about the high school cross-country team. Now we're going to be talking with the high school drama team. They're in here right now, and we'll have on the world-famous Butch and Bob show in a moment.
Saturday, February 25th, Big Dog Country WIFO presents The John Conley Show. John Conley. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup. The John Conley Show. Tickets available locally at Sears. Online at www.itickets.com or by calling 800-965-9324. Don't miss John Conley. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup.
Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jessup. World-famous Butch and Bob show for this Thursday morning, 16th day of February. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob show, and the second set of guests that we have are 3 sets this morning. Jason Barton is in here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Heads up the drama department there at Wayne County High School. We must have another play coming up, right?
We do have our spring productions a little earlier than usual this year. It's coming up next week. Tom, Dick, and Harry, which is a very funny farce, British farce, but we're moving it to America, setting it in Atlanta. And we'll be performing that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week.
They're going to be speaking with Southern British accents or what?
Well, we're not worried about accents, but the content of the play, the situations the characters find themselves in can really take place anywhere around the world, and so we decided to bring it a little closer to home.
Okay, once again, the name of the play is?
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Tom, Dick, and Harry. And when can the public go see these students perform?
Well, those performances will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 7 o'clock next week. That's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of February. Doors will open at 6:30. Tickets are available at the door or from any cast or crew member ahead of time. And the show will begin at 7 o'clock.
Okay, now is this a competition of any type, or is this just 3 shows and then that's it?
No, this is just our big spring production where we go all out with a full set, full costumes, everything. It's not for competition because once you come, you see the big set we have, you know we can't take that on the road. And we're very thankful to the maintenance department, especially at the Wayne County Board of Education, for really helping us out with that every year. They do a great job with helping us put up our set. It really sets us apart from other high school groups around the area because we're able to do a full, what's called a box set each year. That really sets off the play and adds to what these students do with their acting.
Okay, what's the theme of the play?
The theme of the play deals with 3 brothers, Tom, Dick, and Harry Kerwood, who are all unique. Tom is probably the most normal one, and he tries to take care of his brothers, who Dick is always just out looking for anything that will make him a buck and doesn't really have much of a conscience, and this can get him into some trouble. Harry always has a plan, but that plan may or may not be legal.
Oh, okay.
So this story opens with the morning that Tom and his wife Linda are trying to adopt a baby. They have been working with this lady from an adoption agency. She's supposed to come for the final interview that day. But before she can get there, he finds out that Dick has recently come back from Miami with 100,000 smuggled Cuban cigars and a crate of Cuban rum that he's trying to hide somewhere. And then Harry has come up with a plan to help lower the cost of Tom's house by burying a dead body in the backyard and having the police find it, and it will knock $100,000 off the cost of the house. And Tom is trying to deal with all this. He's got, trying to hide Cuban cigars and body parts and keep his wife from finding out, as well as the adoption lady and the police officers who show up. Adds into the mix, you've got a couple of Albanian illegal immigrants that have been hiding away somewhere, and they show up at the house as well, and they don't even speak any English, and they're running around. And finally, when you think Tom gets it all under control, the Russian mafia shows up. So
Oh, wow.
Builds and builds and
Just
builds.
builds and builds.
And there's a lot of laughs for the audience, something that I think they will really enjoy.
All right, do we have Tom, Dick, and Harry in here this morning?
We have all three of them, as
All right,
well
let's
as
bring
a few
Tom up.
others. Tom is played by Jared Turner.
Jared Turner. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning.
Good seeing you again.
Thank you.
All right. And what grade are you in at Wayne County High School?
I'm a senior.
And your parents?
Chris and Amy Turner.
Okay. Now, tell us why you went out of this role for Tom and why you think you'll do well at it.
Well, one thing good about Tom is he's like a straight character, and in a comedy and everything, you have all these characters with like crazy personality traits and all this stuff, but you always have to have that one who's like everybody can relate to. And he's like, that's the guy that you see walking down the street every day. And so that's what kind of Tom is, to set like a standard of how normal people are.
Right, you're the straight man.
Yes, sir.
You're the straight man, and all the comedy bounces off of you then,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you have to handle your brothers.
Unfortunately.
The biggest challenge for the role of Tom really is just the sheer number of lines. It's the largest part I've ever assigned to a student. I did this play 7 years ago, and then I'm doing it again this year. Tom has over 650 lines, which is by far the largest. In most of our spring productions, the largest parts are usually around 300 lines. So this is almost twice that size. Tom almost never leaves stage, just for a couple of minutes late in the second act. Other than that, he's on stage the entire time, and Jared has really done a wonderful job of learning all of those lines and getting them smoothed out. And he's doing a great job with it.
All right. Well, we got Tom. Where's Dick?
Dick is played by Preston Shue.
Preston, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Doing all right.
How many plays you been in with the Drama Club?
I've done 5 extracurricular plays.
Five of them. Okay. And your parents?
Vicky and Jason Shue.
Okay. Now, why did you decide to go out for the role of Tom, then Dick, then Harry? You're the middle brother, and always kind of working on a scheme there. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Dick is always getting into something and always trying to make a quick buck, get some money, and I think I can relate to that in some way, shape, or form. So
He's
not much of a stretch for you.
He is joking. Preston is a great kid, and not anything like his character, but he does a great job playing it.
All right, and you have fun with the part? You having fun with the part?
yes, sir. I love it.
Okay, well, good. Okay, well, let's move on to Harry.
The third brother, Harry, is played by Caleb Smith.
Caleb, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, and your parents?
My mother is Tanya Smith, and my father is the late Chris Smith.
Okay, and tell us why you decided to go out for the role of Harry.
Well, I think Harry's one of
Get a little closer to the mic, please.
I think Harry's one of my favorite roles to play. I think he's a fun character, mainly because he's always the idea man, coming up with ideas, but it's not always the right thing. He has a hard time telling what's right from wrong, and so sometimes it's a little bit illegal.
Okay, all right. And so you have a lot of fun there in this part. Are you having a good time
Yes,
on
sir.
the stage?
It's very fun. Yes.
Okay. Do y'all ever crack yourselves up on stage like you see the outtakes from movies, comedies?
Quite a bit.
That's one of the challenges with doing live theater that's so different from film. To me, live theater is a lot more of a challenge because you only get one shot at it.
Right.
With film, you mess up a scene, you stop, you start over, you do another take. With live theater, you've got an audience sitting out there. If you make a mistake, you've got to cover it up right then, right there. And these kids are great at thinking on their feet, dealing with those situations that come up. Last night's rehearsal, we actually had somebody say a line slightly differently, and everybody on stage kind of cracked up a little bit. Most of them were able to cover it well.
Saying it was him.
It was not Tom, but he covered it well.
He covered it. He covered it.
Getting back to Harry,
over.
Harry's usually the one cracking people up because he's got some of the best facial expressions. Harry is by far the most physical-based comedy in the play. He's going in and out of windows. photos and all types of stuff. So Caleb's doing a great job with that.
Hard work scheming, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, we got Tom, Dick, and Harry. Tell us about the other characters we got here. We got three more.
Well, the first person that they're trying to keep everything hidden from is Tom's wife Linda, who is played
guys trying to keep things away from their women?
that never happens.
That never happens.
And so Linda she is bound and determined they're going to be able to adopt this child, and she does not want anything to go wrong with this meeting with the adoption lady, and so she is just very serious about getting Dick and Harry out of the way so that they don't cause any trouble, and so she is. You don't want to say bossy or demanding, but she is. and Cassie Martinez plays that role and is doing a great job with it.
All right. Morning, Cassie.
Good morning.
And your parents are?
Jose Martinez and Wendy Martinez.
Okay, and so you're trying to get that adopted baby, and you don't want the crazy brothers messing it up, right?
Not even a little bit. I want them out of there.
Just out of there, go. That's the thing about it is when you marry someone, you get the entire family that comes with it,
They're not my family.
She's actually quoting one of her lines. They're not my family, they're his.
You having fun with the role?
I am. It's a little hard because I do love Preston and Caleb, but I do have to pretend that I hate them on stage and yell at them a lot.
It's just
a lot.
But she rises to the occasion.
I do.
That's right. All right. Well, good. Who else we got next?
Well, I couldn't bring everybody, but I did want to bring as many of the seniors as I could. And so the last two left here are two of our seniors. They actually play the two police officers who show up, who also, of course, Tom is trying to hide everything from.
Oh, okay. So introduce our police officers.
So our police officers are officers Hups and Downs.
Hups and Downs.
Officer Hups is played by Victoria Boyd.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell us about your parents?
My parents are Thomas Boyd and Kimberly Boyd.
Okay, and so you play a police person, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and how do you keep all this in line? I mean, do you have to be rough? How do you have to work
I
this
get
out?
to be the bad cop.
You get to be the bad cop, so good cop, bad cop, and you're the bad cop, huh?
My goal is to put the fear of God into them.
And do you do that?
I like to think so.
You like to think so, huh? The smallest one here is putting the fear of God in everyone
That's
else.
part of the humor.
Well, good. You enjoying the part?
Oh, yes, sir. I don't get to be intimidating often.
Well, good. Glad you're having fun with the part and you expand that part of you that you really like to express, but don't get the chance to.
The counterpart to Victoria's bad cop is Jeremiah Douglas playing the good cop Downs.
Jeremiah, come on up to the mic there. Your parents?
My mother is Christine Douglas and my father is Raymond Lee Dykes.
Okay, and tell us how your character is in this play for Wayne County High School.
The officer's name is Downs, and he's a very nice person. He's not the brightest, though, when it comes to solving crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he usually lets things slide when he really shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
So you only get one thing. You can get smart and good, but he's not really smart.
Oh, okay.
At all.
No, we just got Downs there to back you up, right?
Yeah.
So you're enjoying this role?
Oh, I enjoy it a lot. I love working with everyone. I am working with, Cassie and all of them. They're some of my closest friends.
I know, because y'all all seniors, right?
Yeah.
This is y'all's last.
All except Caleb.
Okay, so this is your last play for Wayne County High School. So interesting. Any of y'all have any desire to continue on with drama if you get into college? Any of y'all?
I do.
You
I
do?
want to continue on.
Okay. All right, Jason.
It's definitely a cast full of talent. I've been able to work with many of these kids for 4 years as they've been in the program. Most of them at least 3 years of working with me. And so it's, as always with the spring play, a little bit bittersweet as this is kind of our last chance to see them on the Wayne County stage. but it is a great joy to work with a very talented cast. The crew also, we've got a crew of 25 in this play. They've been working really hard at making fake body parts, and we'll be painting the set and getting it ready to go this weekend. And we've got a whole cast and crew that has really come on board fully with this and are just ready to go. So it's a joy to work with them as always. We have so much talent, and I fully expect, because they always do, that the community will come out and support us next week for the shows Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, they're at the Cake Eagle Theater Performing Arts. How much are the tickets?
Tickets are $7 a piece, and again, the doors will open at 6:30. You can buy tickets in advance from any cast or crew member that you know, but they're the same price at the door. So come on early, get your ticket, get a good seat, and enjoy the show.
Okay, the doors open at 6:30. Play starts at 7 next Thursday, next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday there at the high school.
That's right, 23rd, 4th, and 5th of February.
All right, Bob, any questions or comments for Jason or our cast members this morning? Nothing at all? All right, well, good luck, y'all. I'm sure it's going to be a great play, and y'all going to have lots of fun doing it.
Thank you.
All right. We got more guests coming up on the world-famous Butch and Bob show. The time now is 8:20, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup.
Saturday, February 25th, Big Dog Country WIFO presents The John Conley Show. John Conley. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup. And yes, The John Conley Show. Tickets available locally at Sears. Online at www.itickets.com or by calling 800-965-9324. Don't miss John Conley. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. And Bob, more guests in here this morning. Sean O'Quinn. Christy Carter this morning.
Good morning.
Must got to be something to do with the Chamber of Commerce.
It does. We're here to talk about our Chamber of Commerce quarterly membership luncheon, which is the state of the county, and we're including the star student and teacher recognition also.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the state of the county, though. First of all, I'd like to just mention our sponsors and everything. Our presenting sponsor is the Michael Long Agency. And then we have event sponsors, which is the City of Jessup, Country Financial, whoever they are, and the Board of Education.
Okay.
We have one table sponsor so far, and that is Wayne Obstetricians and Gynecology. And we have spots for more table sponsors if you want to do that. And we'd love to have them, have anyone that does that. Fees, $25 a member. $35 non-member. If you want to come and you're not a member of the chamber, costs you $35, which Bob has been plugging for us for a while now, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
But it's coming up next Thursday.
Thursday, 1 week from today.
Yeah, 1 week from today.
It's the state of the county.
State of the county is what we have asked everyone to do from the cities of Odom, Scriven, and Jessup, Wayne County, and the Board of Education to come and tell us the good things that are going on in our community. We know all the bad things because, we always hear about the bad things. We seldom hear about the good things. We want to hear good things.
So we want to hear good things from the mayors and the county, from the county and from the school.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
We had, I think, 130 people last year that came. So it was this was our first one. It was a really big deal. We were very happy about it. Ticket sales are going very well this year. So if you want to do a table sponsor, that'd be great because that way you could get your name out there. We'll be back here Tuesday. And anybody else that wants to do a table sponsor, we'll mention it again. But we'd love to have you, any businesses out there that I'd like to do that with.
All right. So once again, the state of the county next Thursday at what time?
It's going to start at 11:30. 11:30. And it's going to get to 1. And I'm glad you brought that up because I need to make sure that everyone understands that when you get there at 11:30, you're to go straight to the buffet and go ahead and get your food.
Get your food first. Food first.
We want to make sure
that makes Bob very happy. Okay.
That makes me happy too. I'm fine with that.
Food first.
We want to go.
It's going to be held where?
It's going to be at Coastal Pines.
And who's catering?
Civils is catering.
Okay.
We want to make sure everyone gets their food, goes ahead, gets their food, goes back, sits down, starts eating because we want to start promptly at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
That's what we plan on doing.
All right.
And table sponsors, a table is $100 to sponsor, and that's for 4 seats. And then second, an event sponsor level is $250, and that is a total of 8 seats, with extra publicity. So those are the sponsorship prices.
Sean, somebody wants you to repeat who the one table sponsor is that we have. They want you to repeat your.
They want me to say it again.
Say it again. They want to hear it again.
How about this?
Apparently, you must have been entertaining to them.
How about this, Wayne?
OBGYN.
OBGYN. Dr. Jeffrey Harris, Antonia Harris. Thank you, whoever you are. It's probably someone like Raymond Brown.
Yeah, they just got a kick out of you. You made their morning. You put a smile on their face.
Oh, great.
That's funny.
I'm sure that's what I did. So, anyways, it was a good event last year. Like I said, very well attended. We want to have it again this year and have another well attended. This is something that we have put in our program of work, and we want to do this every year. So,
okay.
And I think it's good from the standpoint of the county. The county commissioners, they tend to have a different chair, so you get a different perspective every year that we do this. So
Okay.
I think that's good for the county also.
So you have Jay Bridson there from the school, Mike Roberts from the county, and then the 3 mayors.
That's right. David Earl, Brian Nipper, and Melvin Boyette.
Okay.
They'll be there
And
also.
I'll speak about what's going on good in their cities,
Yep.
county, and school.
That's correct.
All right, Christy, what else is going on?
I was just going to share that we're in the recognition part for the star student and teacher. It's Nick Reel and Andy Blaylock. I believe they've been on the air, but we're going to recognize them in a formal setting.
Yeah, they're down there.
We'll have them there at
Good.
the event, and we're excited to have this part of the program back as the facilitator for the star student and teacher.
All right. Well, sounds good. Another
Yeah.
great event coming up by the Chamber of Commerce and the state of Wayne County, the positive aspects that are going on.
All the good.
Yep, the good stuff that's going on. Lots of good going on in Wayne County. Of course, the bad stuff makes the news. The good stuff we just want to hear about because it's always good to hear. Here are the positive points, and we always try to point out positive things that are going on here in Wayne County as much as we possibly can.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, and just to let everyone know about the format a little bit, we're going to do just like we did last year, where we'll introduce each person. They'll come up to the podium and they'll basically talk. And then I think everyone has about a 15-minute span of time to talk. Some will talk a little over, some will talk a little under. Just depends. And then once it's done, if there's any time left, we'll have a question and answer. And it'll be very informal. People will raise their hand. I'll point to them and say, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah, what?
So
what's on your mind?
Yeah.
So remember, it's got to be positive.
That's right. It's got to be positive. No negativity.
So we encourage everyone to come out to the event. It'll be everyone will enjoy it, and like Bob said, it's really good to hear the good going on in our community, and we definitely encourage you to come out but do register early. The earlier we know, the better we can help plan and know how many seats to have ready. So please get that RSVP into us. You can call the chamber at 427-2028. That's 427-2028. Or we like for folks to register online nowadays. We have just go to the chamber website and go to our events page, which is being looked at a whole bunch, and register that way. Just look for February 23rd, State of the County and Star Student event, and register online.
Sounds good. Bob, questions, comments for Sean or Christy this morning?
What's on the menu?
And the
Probably
food.
chicken.
It's always chicken.
What would you like?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. We should have called you next.
That's very good. Yeah.
I think James the civils provide, so that's good.
Yeah, it
That's
matters.
always does a good job, so it'll be good.
I'm sure there's some form of chicken will be on there somewhere.
And a
Chicken,
dessert.
baked chicken, dessert, veggies, always good stuff
Chicken
from
pot
Civils.
pie, chicken nuggets, whatever. Something.
All right. Anything else other than food, Bob?
Something that's important. So
That's be hungry.
It's always about the food.
Yeah.
That's always about the
Well,
food.
we're excited about it. This is like I said, last year was our first time doing this, and this is has gotten to be a very, very well attended event, and we're excited about it. We're ready for people to come back and do it again, see how it turns out this year. Maybe it'll be a little bit bigger. That's what we're hoping for. But just remember, 11:30 to 1 next Thursday, Coastal Pines Polytech Building. We want to make sure everyone, like I said, when you get there, go straight to the buffet and go ahead and start eating. Sponsorships, we still have sponsorships available if you'd like to be a sponsor of the event. Of course, your name will be on the screens there when you walk in.
And back on the air on Tuesday when we come back.
That's right. For an update next Tuesday.
That's right. Back on the air on Tuesday. So.
All right. Well, good luck this week getting it all more organized and put together. Everything's going really well. All you got to do is get some more corporate sponsors for tables, and you'll be fine.
That's right. That's right. Appreciate you squeezing us in this morning.
Thank you so much.
We're in it now, just right on time.
I know. Like clockwork, isn't it?
Like clockwork, man. You think we were pros at this or something?
I know, something. If only we'd been doing this for a little while.
All right, y'all take care.
Thank you.
All right. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Republic Services, by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. All right, lots coming your way in the next 30 minutes here on the Big Dog. But right now, we're going to take a quick break to see what's happening here in our state, around the country, and around the world. It is news from Fox News Radio from WYFO, from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio. I'm Dave Anthony. President Trump vows to